Hey, welcome, all my right thinkers. Thanks for tuning in to check out your boy, P-Funk Thinking Right, out here in my lab. A little chilly, but I'm doing what I do for you, all right? But the lesson here, I got a lesson for you. Yeah, I can't wait to get it started, so let's go. Rightism, 25 rules to live by. Storytelling, story with a message is a message in the story for life. I got a good message for you today. Piggybacking off the one I just gave you. So it's fall in sequence. Now I'm taking you for a little walk. Hold on and just walk along. Let's go. Right is a 25 rules live by storytelling, story with a message story for life. I'm giving life lessons. You continue to tune in to receive them. Hope they're working out for you. I appreciate you. Let's do what we do. Right thinking mission, and that's what I'm on, is to enlighten, inspire, and educate and motivate you, the individual, to a higher spiritual level of enlightenment. Right thinking is a way of life, and it is a way of life. Through mental and spiritual discipline daily, that's what makes it a way of life, will help and guide you to obtain your goal of spiritual enlightenment, aka know thyself. My mission as the right thinking master is to have all my right thinkers do just that. Know thyself. So this is what I do for you to give you everything you need to make that possible. Let's go. The question: do you know you? Know thyself? If not, it's a rhetorical question. But if you don't have the answer for yourself, tune in. I can help you with that. That's what I do for you. Let's go. A person who knows not and knows not that they know not is foolish. Disregard that. A person who knows not and knows that they know not. It's simple. You teach them. That's why I do what I do for you. I appreciate you. Stay tuned. I got you. A person who knows not and believes and think that they know is dangerous. Avoid them. I do. A person who knows not, excuse me, a person who knows, but knows not that they know is asleep spiritually. I can awaken them spiritually with knowledge of self. That's what I do for you. A person who knows that they know, is wise. Follow them. All these persons, they reside in you. Right think of yourself. And to Maya, be true. I'm in the book again. We wrapping it up. Just like the third section. I'm trying to get it done this last one, but it's good information. And the title started out being How to Overcome Failures of this on the Spiritual Path. To right thinking philosophy to that end. But yeah, this is things that you need to acquire. And like I said, I learned these things over 10 years ago. So let's go. Let's talk about title is this one is superconscious state. What the what? Superconscious state. Hold on. Yeah, sorry about that. Super conscious state of mind. What is that? In order for right thinking philosophy, the process of spiritual evolution to occur, there must be experience of what? The superconscious state of mind. Meaning you have to reach a level of understanding that succeeds your normal conscious state of mind. You got the conscious state, you got the unconscious state, then you got the subconscious. So what the hell is superconscious? Superconscious, like anything else, hyperspeed, a little more. I'm a thinker. I'm cerebral, so I think a lot. I use my brain for what it's tender for, to solution, solve problems. But I also indulge in uh, mind altering drugs, acid, not the recreational stuff. No, mushrooms, and heighten the thought process. It just speeds the thoughts come. When the thoughts may come, a thought, a thought. When you speed that up, thought. So some people can't handle it. So yeah, that's the concept. That's super conscious speed of mind. It's a hyperspace thinking concept. Watch this. But the mind must what? Experience going where? Beyond the bounds of its own constrictive concepts. Meaning free your mind. Open it up. Let it expand. Let the universe is constantly expanding. The mind's like that also. So watch this. When you have go beyond your constrictive concepts and desires and what? The world of time and space. Otherwise, meaning you have to elevate your thought process. Use it. It go. astral plane and dreaming, all that's all superconscious states of mind. You got to be able to control it. Lucid dreaming. Okay, so understand. But watch this. Now, otherwise, the teachings and the feelings of the spiritual process will what? Will remain short of what? The highest attainment. And no matter how pious, self-righteous, or bougie, okay, boule, you get, the person may be what? May be, or how elevated the mind has, the personality may appear to be. All the disciplines lead to what? A meditative experience, meaning it's all in the mind. It's all in here. Watch this. It leads to a meditative experience in which what? Time and space are transcended and all-encompassing eternal existence and unlimited expanded consciousness is discovered. So a lot of stuff to swallow and digest, but they're telling you all-encompassing meaning you know everything. Eternal means forever. You're going to exist in an unlimited expanded consciousness for the rest of your days when you reach that level in this lifetime. Okay? That's called waking up. Watch this. First, in small measures, and watch this, eventually, and then in full splendor. It's a process. Even a short glimpse, watch this, which is merely a preview, okay? Clairvoyance, seeing into the future, unlocks what? Lifetimes of what? Mental fetterings. Remember that word fetters? Fetters is self-inflicted, egoistic concepts that I tell you about the ego. Set. He causes you to have fetters. When you wake up and become awakened, you will eliminate the fetters of yourself, meaning you will no longer be self-destructive. The idea, the hieroglyphic for Set is the man with a hatchet to his head. You don't want to be Set. You don't want your ego to kill you or destroy you. So you have to control it or it will do just that. So when you get past that level, now you're in another realm. Watch this. And it takes you, unlocks a lifetime of what? Mental fetters, and it sparks the true awakening of what? The final phase of what? The march towards what? Spiritual awakening, aka Nihas, or my favorite, know thyself. It's a process that you have to go through to make that happen for yourself. It's an experience that you have to experience. So that's the whole key. Next one, meditation. Religion don't teach meditation, but if you're praying, you should meditate because they go hand in hand. Wow, let me break it down for you. Meditation is the key to what? Opening the mind to the experience of what? Super consciousness. Ding, 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 ding. Sorry, buddy. I'm getting excited. And this can only be achieved how? Or when the mind and the personality have been cleansed of delusions, passions, attachment for worldly objects and desires of the ego. When you get past the I, the me, the want, money, materialistic stuff, you got to rise above that. That's the concept of spirituality. It's not monetary gains. It's for a higher level of spirituality and consciousness that you need to have to reach the next level to keep you from staying here. You got to raise your consciousness. Okay? I'm trying to get you to understand that. And watch this. This purity, how you purify this purity, what leads to spiritual strength. Spiritual strength is gained by using spiritual discipline. The more you use it, the stronger you get, the better you get at it. And watch this, leads to spiritual strength, and spiritual strength is what? The key factor needed to what? Attain what? Entry into super conscious state, and you cannot reach that state without being able to go into the meditative state of mind. When I come out of my meditative state, sometimes 5 minutes, 20 minutes, 30, whatever. But when I'm in it, time don't exist. But I'm still dealing in time. Why? When I wake up, I got to get back to reality of what's going on. But it's a beautiful thing to be able to just get away, to just let your mind go free. If you're not a fan of meditation, you should try. If you freaking out, you agitated, you constantly worried about stuff and you're stressing, you need to learn how to meditate. That's right. And watch this. In order to attain the highest meditative state, concentration and extended practice of what? Mental focus is required. When? Daily. Mental and spiritual discipline should be employed daily in your day-to-day life. This is how you get better at being your best self. Personal control, okay? Without mental purity and peace, concentration is impossible, and the superconscious state of mind will elude even the cleverest intellect. Why? You can't fake it. That's the beauty part of it. Okay. If you want people to think you doing something, why? I don't understand that. Fake it till you make it. No, no, no. The last thing you want to do is fake anything when it comes to you yourself. So moving on. I got a little bit more to go. And I see the time going. Let me move out here to when you reach super consciousness state of mind through your meditative state of mind, you gain what? Spiritual strength. Let's talk about that. When you become spiritually strong, that means you won't be swayed. The things that I used to do, the people I used to hang out with, if they came to me right here now, they couldn't do nothing but tell me about what we used to do and how we used to do it. Going forward, that nonsense ain't nothing happening. So understand that's being spiritually strong. I can go to places where I used to do what I used to do. Well, I go to that cities on a regular basis. I don't gamble. Walk past all that nonsense. Don't could care less about that. I got a book in my hand. So that's spiritual strength. In order to succeed on the spiritual path as a right thinking aspirant, you need spiritual strength. Self-discipline, spiritual discipline. Spiritual strength is the strength that what emerges when the mind is freed of what? Ignorance. The veil of ignorance is lifted. When you free of ignorance, delusions, and passion of egoistic desires, the ignorant, deluded, and passionate mind is fettered. There you go. Why? Because it's feeding the ego. That's all those are all selfish, egoistic concepts. By what? The ignorant, deluded, and passionate mind is fettered by its own conscious and subtle desires and misconceptions. Again, we got those who know, don't even care that they know. Okay, to care less. But then you got those who know that they don't know and want to learn. Teach them. Then you got those who believe and think that they know. Those the guys who got it misinterpretation, misconceptions, and they think they got something. So beware of them false prophets or them guys who gonna start their own religion. No. This is gonna tell you about them kind of people. The conscious desires, watch this, lead to what? Worldly pursuits, ego. But this process being unfulfilled leaves residues of what? Unfulfilled desires and also produces new subtle desires for other pursuits. If this desire did not work, if you're doing something that ain't good for you, it's not going to work. If you're not giving your best effort to better yourself, it's not going to work. So if you have these desires, did not work, maybe another will, etc. For example, quickly, the deluded mind may reason thus. If a blue car did not make me happy, maybe a red one will. And these all become what? Lodged in your unconscious level of mind. So that irrational mindset, you justifying it in your own mind, but that's all we can do. This constitutes what? A continued fettering of what? The mind in the present and in the future. Why? You can't make up your mind. Thus fettered minds power because what? Each subtle desire locks a portion of willpower within itself in the unconscious level of mind, meaning you're still going to be stuck on stupid. So even a person, watch this, who appears to be free of desires may harbor these in what? His unconscious mind, and thereby still be weak willed. Meaning, I got a buddy, drinking problem. After we working on that, he said he still have desires to drink. You suffer because you desire. Let the desire for doing something go, and you no longer suffer from that desire. If you're going to stop drinking, your desire to drink should eradicate itself or take care of itself. If you continue to desire to drink, that means you got that holy war going back and forth. That's the tug of war match. A lot of times you're gonna lose because your desire is gonna win out. Trust me. Without strength, without spiritual strength, your desires will beat you every time. That's the ego. Okay. Such a person, watch this. What happens to that person? They cannot resist worldly desires, addictions, nor can they sit still for what? Meditation time. Why? Because thoughts constantly emerge to disrupt the mind. And even if thoughts did not seem to be emerging at some particular time, there are energy disruptions throughout the body, and there is illusory discomfort, and the person claims, watch this, they cannot succeed in meditation. I know people say, I'm scared, I want to go. The whole idea is to free the mind. What's the fear of freeing your mind? But those who are ignorant of that concept, you have to try to break it down to understand to them so they can understand it. Other than that, they got built in fear. Fear, the acronym for fear is false evidence appearing real. You create your own fears. Get over it. So watch this. When they say they can't succeed in meditation, so watch this. Mental restlessness due to what? Subtle desires or energies must be resolved, as in essence, cleansed and then transcended by what? The mind. In order to succeed on the spiritual path, these things have to be done by what? Practice devotion to God. Again, the yoga practice is the same breakdown. Practice for what? Right action, selfless service on a day-to-day basis. Practice of dispassion and detachment from the worldly things. Being concerned with this, you got to get past that. Practice and attachment to what? The teachings, and learning to master them for yourself and make them part of your lifestyle day to day. It's a way of life. Last one, repeated effort in the above A to D until there is ultimate success. Meaning you do this until you get it right. I love that concept. We wrap this up. Then let's go right quick to desires are three types. There are three types of desires. One, heavenly. Mayatian, that's the first one. Second one is worldly, that's unmayatian. And mixed. The last one, mixed, meaning there's a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Those who seek success on the spiritual path must turn away from what? The worldly, which is unmayatian, and the mix. And then what? From the mix to the divine. When Mayatian principles of right action based on what? Truth. Spiritual truths become real truth once you employ them and find out for yourself and manifest. The truth is in the action of the spiritual truth. And here you go. Based on what truth actions are, what practice, the personality becomes purified. Doing the right thing, acting just and virtuous will purify the heart. Why? You don't carry animosity, jealousy, greed, or none of the negativity that weighs the heart down. That's why. That's how you purify the heart. And watch this. By doing that, the mind becomes what? Unburdened from vices and egoistic tendencies. Once you become spiritually enlightened, you tend to stop thinking on the lower level and thinking on a higher level. So doing wrong and doing mischievous stuff and dishonest stuff don't move me no more. It don't get me excited to get over on somebody or outslick somebody. Those days is behind me now. I don't think like that. Raise my consciousness. That's what you can do. And watch this. Then the personality is capable of what? Understanding and experiencing the higher consciousness talked about in the teachings. Therefore, desire the worldly attainments, but will be replaced with what? Desire for spiritual attainment, aka enlightenment, in the form of what? Increasing increasing divine love, increasing dispassion, and increasing peace and desire to do what? Study of the teachings and be in the company of those who espouse it. I talk to my pastor daily. And too many other people I can say that I do that with. Why? We talk God. And if you want to talk God, he told me, whenever you want to talk God, call me. I call him every morning. So if you're not hanging out with people who want to do or talk what you want to talk about, leave them alone. Simple. So I'll be alone. Okay. And if you feel alone by yourself, you in bad company. Moving on. Thus, watch this. If you deal with the people who espouse the good things just like yourself, thus, watch this. Spiritual evolution entails what? Turning away from worldly desires and towards what? Desire to attain spiritual awakening, aka nihas, knowing thyself, right thinking philosophy, right thinking. These are things that you're aspiring to do, to be. Therefore, desire is not the problem. You suffer through your desires. But if your desires is good and well founded, you will be benefited and you will benefit thereby from what? Enacting on your desires when they're good and positive and true. Watch this. What is the problem? What is the problem is what desired. Again, what you desire is the problem. If it's desire for selfish, then yeah. If it's desire for spiritual attainment, then that's a good child. Watch this. The right desire leads to what? Freedom and enlightenment. My desire to be my best self, my desire to know the truth 30 years ago still is strong as it is today as it was then. Why? Because I'm still desiring to do that. So that's not hurting me. To better myself, I can desire that and fulfill that every day. But if I desire mental or not, if I monetary things, physical things, I might be depressed. Why? Because I haven't achieved them. So if my desires ain't fulfilled, you're frustrated, aka you're suffering from your own desires that you set forth. So get better at understanding what to desire. The wrong desire, here we go, leads to ignorance, delusion, fretted, bondage to the world, and is accompanying virtually boundless source of what? Human suffering by what? Unfulfillment of your desires. Bam! I'm gonna leave on that note. Why? Just drop the pen there. I'm done. I got a little more for you, but I'm gonna stop. I got one more. I got two more. Ride with me. Ride with me. Hold on. I got to do this. Then the next one is, watch this. Diligence on the path. This is my favorite. Diligence means you putting forth the effort. Mature right thinkers need to grow up and what? Arrange their priorities. Get it straight. Conserve, conserve resources and invest in your own evolution. Pay your dues, your seminar fees, etc. Whatever you part of the group, part of. I was a Mason, you had to pay your dues. Whatever else helps everybody else, there's dues. Do that, but not leaving each other and the temple to shoulder the burdens. When I go to church, I always put something in the pot. I always put something in. I'm not giving you 10%, but I'm already going to donate within my length of my cable talk. It ain't gonna hurt me. Watch this. You drop your childish worldly entanglements that distract you from the teachings. You drop competing philosophies and infantile teachings that foment confusion so they can what? Concentrate on what they proclaim to be following. If you hopping from this one to that one, this one, I'm learning this, he teach me that, and it's all conflicting, it won't work. Trust me. Your diligence is what? On the spiritual path is not independent self-will. Those who want to practice salad bar spirituality or seek the advice of oracles or create their own independent classes should do so on what? Their own time. You got some people who got knowledge, obtained knowledge, and now they want to start their own religion. I ain't trying to do that. I'm not beat for none of that nonsense. Again, that's all ego. I'm a teacher. I teach. One cannot, watch this, become a shimsu in this way by mixing teachings, following confused ideology, following popular culture as the individual finding his or her own way. Again, hopping around, trying this, trying that. I can get you, I can open your third eye in 30 minutes of nonsense. Come on, man, it's a bunch of scams. In this day and age, information, this age of equipment, information is prevalent. Don't get scammed, but information. Come on now. Where's me go? I'm sorry. These are illusions of what? A descent time, a descendant time that we're always there, but now in epidemic proportions, it's getting worse. Why? Due to the modern capacity to have what? The plethora of sensual bombardments, misinformation, and complexities which play on who? The ignorant and the distracted mind of young people. When I was coming up, you can't advertise something that your product do, and it don't do that. No. Why? That's false advertisement. Now, they don't have to do it no more. You can claim to be the number one this and the best that, and you ain't even in the damn charts. But because they took away that one ingredient that you had to prove what your stuff do, now it's crazy. And you got right thinking aspirants, watch this, who have no choice as to what the practice of the teachings need to be in order to attain success. If you're confused, I know people tell me I'm a Catholic Christian. You ain't going there. No, you're confused. They do have a choice in what? In the intensity of their level of practice and what they practice and devotion to the teachings, and these determine to the level or degree of success that is attained. And when, if you want to succeed by constant, you want to succeed, be consistent with your studies. I mean, how much consistent can you be on day every day? I don't take days off. If I'm on my bike, I'm on my grind and I'm in my book. Simple. Don't not attend classes sometimes. Meaning, some days, yeah, I might not listen to that guy today. Okay, that's your choice. But practice the postures. Sometimes you meditate. Sometimes everything is sometimes, and then you also carry on in the world as a worldly person. Yeah, you Mr. Everything. You just all over the place. Yeah. Do you eat sometimes? Do you sleep sometimes? As these things are done daily, so should what? Teaching and studying and learning be done as well. This is why I teach and I study daily. If you want success, concentrate on this teaching and drop the others. Coming right thinker. This is stuff. No, I'm just saying. All right. But you follow my instructions carefully, meticulously, and when they are faltering, pick yourself up and try it again and again, but practice the teachings in this manner until the goal is attained. No matter how long it takes or where you need to go to receive it, you get your spiritual enlightenment. You get somebody to help you reach that level of knowing thyself. That's the end of the lesson. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm good. I'll be back. Become a qualified aspirant. You will not wait for the teaching, but will make a way for it. He or she will not sit around hoping to find a teacher. When you become a qualified aspirant, the first task is to what? Make yourself a qualified aspirant by how? Purifying yourself, what? Physically, mentally, and be diligent in your daily studies under the proper guidance of your own conscience in the beginning. But there is time when you must seek out what? A teacher. You must have an attitude that if I must travel to the other side of the world, then that is what I need to do to get it done. If you do not want to leave your family, your friends, your job, etc., to pursue the teachings and enlightenment, then you should not, because you will not succeed, even if you force yourself to realize that you are not yet fit for what advancement in the teachings. Even college students leave home to pursue their dreams. What could be said about those who do not want to pursue the greatest goal of life? What? Because they are holding on to what? Worldly things and not spiritual things. Knowing thyself is a spiritual thing. Hope you got the lesson. I'm out.